NLWN-TV now brings you the In the Dugout show. A look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, join us in the dugout.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's edition of In the Dugout. Rick Olson here in the NLWN-TV studios, and we're getting ready to bring you all of today's action as the Eau Claire Cavaliers take on the Cadott Red Sox in a Chippewa River Baseball League doubleheader. The Cavaliers come into today's contest with a record of 4 wins and 5 losses in the CRBL, 7-5 overall. Meanwhile, the Red Sox are 1-8 in the CRBL. Now, coming up in this edition of In the Dugout, we'll take a look at today's matchup between the Cavs and the Red Sox. Then we'll get Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale's perspective on today's game in the Pete Bartingale Show. Following that, we'll take a quick look around the Chippewa River Baseball League to get some perspective on how things stand going into this weekend in the CRBL. Also, we'll take a moment to get to know one of this season's Cavalier players in Cavalier Profile. Finally, we'll bring you all the play-by-play action of today's game from the field at Cadott High School. So it's time to get ready for some baseball action, and we'll do just that coming up right after this brief timeout. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. In a few minutes, the Eau Claire Cavaliers will try to back into the CRBL playoff race as they take on the Cadott Red Sox. Now, last Friday, the Cavaliers faced the Hudson River Rats in a non-league game where the Cavaliers combined outstanding pitching with some very timely hitting to emerge with a 5-3 come-from-behind victory. In that game, the Cavaliers made use of very effective relief pitching by Austin Getch, who went 7 shutout innings, scattered 5 hits, and struck out 4 on his way to picking up his 4th win of the season. Meanwhile, at the plate, Cavaliers were led by Campbell Kapanke, who went 2 for 4, including a 2 RBI double, and he also scored twice.
And the pitch, shot out into right center field, is going to fall in for a base hit. 1 run is in. 2nd run coming in, and he's safe. As Campbell checks in at 2nd, he gets 2 RBIs with O'Brien scoring and Cooper Kapanke scoring.
Kapanke was followed by Anthony Pogodzinski, who also went 2 for 4 with an RBI. Gabe O'Brien, freshly returned from the Junior College World Series, demonstrated his sharp eye by walking 3 times and scoring a run. Now today, the Cavaliers take on the Cadott Red Sox. The Red Sox are trying to become relevant in the CRBL standings following their 8-4 loss to the Beef River Bullfrogs last Wednesday. The Red Sox are led at the plate by Eli Johnson, who's batting at a .474 clip. Also hitting over .400 for the Red Sox are Logan Brzezinski at .444 and Nate Stone at .400. Zach Merritt has returned for his 2nd season with the Sox. Last season he batted .328 and led the Red Sox in runs scored and stolen bases. So far this season he's upped that batting average to .379. Other returning veterans include Mike Danielson, Ben Pope, Austin Gettle, Burnett Bovey, Casey Shara, Nate Stone, and the CRBL Gold Glover Sean Sedlacek. Now coming into today's game, leading the way at the plate for the Cavaliers is Jackson Vance, who comes in batting .370. Josh Garcia is hitting .360, while Campbell Kapanke is also at .360, and Caden Erickson rounds out the Cavaliers, hitting over .300 with a .313 average. Leading the way on the mound for the Cavs, among those pitchers who have at least 6 innings pitched, is Lucas Costley. Costley has a 1-1 record with a 0.44 ERA. He has a whip of 1.11 and an opponent's batting average of 136. He's followed by Austin Getch, who has a 4-0 record with an ERA of 2.61 and a whip of 1.21. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get manager Pete Bartingale's perspective as we chat with him on the Pete Bartingale Show. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Time now for the Pete Bartingale Show, where Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale gives us his perspective on today's game. And now, the Pete Bartingale Show.
Once again, we're talking with Cavalier manager Pete Bartingale. And Pete, as usual, before we get into today's games, we need to take a quick look back at Friday, where the Cavaliers bounced back into the winning column when they defeated the Hudson River Rats by a score of 5-3. Your comments about that game?
Well, I thought Austin Getch pitched a really great game coming in for us in the second inning there after Bryson Gash had some arm issues, so had to be kind of a quick notice. I got him ready quickly, and he came in and just did a terrific job. He's just pitched really well for us all year, keeping hitters off balance. We got behind 3-0, but our guys fought back, and we're able to put together some big hits and timely hits. I would say was the key. I think Campbell Kapanke got a big hit there, and Cooper Kapanke did as well. And it was a great night to be out there, nice night, and great to be back in the win column.
Now, as you mentioned, Austin Getch turned in an outstanding pitching performance. He went 7 innings in relief, scattered 5 hits, not allowing any runs, and he picked up his 4th win of the season. He's not an overpowering pitcher. So can you talk a little about what he has working for him on the mound?
Well, he obviously has a lot of movement, and as an individual that's played a lot of baseball, sometimes those are the toughest guys to hit that don't throw quite as hard, or kind of in the low 70s or mid 70s, but then he has a pretty good breaking ball, a curve ball, and then I think he kind of throws a little slider change up there. He just kind of keeps batters off balance. And I think most of those Hudson hitters, 1 through 6 or 7, were college baseball players, young ones. Leadoff hitter was really good from the Blue Golds there. But sometimes when you're playing at that college level and you're used to that mid-80 fastball, and when it gets in that low 70s or mid 70s, your timing gets off. But he just keeps batters off guard. And we've been pitching him more and more, and I think you said he's 4-0 this year to this point. He has to get some credit for the upcoming All-Star game for the CRBL. I think he's got to get some votes, or certainly I'll put him in the hat because he's just pitched that well.
Now, the Cavaliers have struggled at the plate for a good chunk of the season, and even though they were just limited to 5 hits in this game, they were able to combine hits and walks into bunches to create scoring opportunities. Do you think that tweaking the batting order a little bit might allow more of this to happen?
Yeah, every game I've been changing it around, so we're just kind of trying to find that right combination right now. We've had a few people injured, and Ryan Vinny's obviously has some shoulder issues, so Garcia's, I was kind of hoping he'd take over that leadoff role. Last night he struggled just a little bit, but he's had a great season for us. I think he's leading the Cavaliers in hitting. So,
it's either between him or Jackson Vance. One of the two of them.
Yeah, right. So I think it's kind of a work in progress right now. But I'm confident in all of our hitters, so that's why I think you see we're batting 10. And that the lineup just may change periodically. That's just might be what we do. We put in O'Brien there at 3. I thought he gave us a little spark yesterday. So, but again, I think it's just going to be a work in progress as the year goes on.
Well, he showed some judicial study at the plate. He didn't get any hits last night, but he drew 3 walks and scored a run. And you know what? In a close game like that, getting guys on base is what counts.
Yeah, he's got a lot of experience, obviously playing at Madison College. They went to the Junior College World Series, so he just got back from that, and I think he was probably just catching his feet a little bit. He was just in, Oklahoma there a few days ago. So he'll be just a great asset to our team, great attitude, and good family. So, he'll be in our lineup most of the rest of the year. But he's a real capable hitter for us, and Pogozinski's getting hits here and there. So it'll come around. I really believe, and has a really nice swing is Yeager. He's got a really nice swing. We just need to get his hands through a little quicker. But when he gets his hands through, he's really has a nice swing.
Now, in just a few moments, the Cavaliers are going to get right back into CRBL play when they face off against the Cadott Red Sox. Can you take a minute and talk about how critical these 2 games are to the Cavaliers' playoff hopes?
Well, we talked about it after our game last night that they're big, and but all the CRBL games are huge, I think. But we're at a point where we need to try to stay in that top 4 area, so we need a sweep Sunday for sure. Not sure he's going to start today. Kelberg said he's ready to go, but I'm a little concerned about that. He threw over 100 pitches Wednesday, but Faulkner's ready to go. Vance is ready to go. We got Bemister back, so I feel pretty confident today that we have a lot of pitching. I think the key today, like you say, Rick, is we just need to put some runs on the board and not put so much pressure on our pitchers. And we're capable of that.
Putting some runs on the board will give those pitchers some confidence. They have some room to work with.
Yeah, and I think our pitchers at times have pitched a little tight this year because they know we're not putting a ton of runs up, but that will come. But today we just need to put more runs on the board so our pitchers don't have to feel that pressure.
Well, Pete, good luck on today's doubleheader. Hopefully the Cavaliers can push their way right back into the CRBL playoff race.
Sounds great. Thanks, Rick.
You've been tuned to the Pete Bartengale Show with Cavalier manager Pete Bartengale's outlook on today's game. Stay tuned, more of In the Dugout is coming right up on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Welcome back to In the Dugout, as we're getting ready to bring you all the action of today's game between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Cadott Red Sox. Today's game for the Cavaliers is important if they wish to compete in the CRBL playoff race. So here's what's happening in the Chippewa River Baseball League. In league play on Wednesday, the Cavaliers took on the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, where they were defeated 4-1. Also, the Beef River Bullfrogs tangled with these same Cadott Red Sox, and the Bullfrogs came away with their first win of the season, 8-4. In addition, in a battle for first place in the CRBL, the Eau Claire Bears and the Osseo Merchants faced off. Once the dust cleared, the Merchants were back on top with an 8-0 victory. Coming into this weekend, the Chippewa River League standings are as follows. The Osseo Merchants have climbed back into first place by percentage points with a 6-1 record. The Eau Claire Bears are right behind at 7-2. And only a half game out of first. In third place are the 5-1 Jim Falls Sturgeons. The Tilden Tigers hold down 4th position and are only 1 game off the pace at 5-2. And in 5th place are the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks, 2 games out, while the Eau Claire Rivermen at 2.5 games back are in 6th place. And after dropping their game on Wednesday, the Cavaliers have slipped to 7th place at 4-5. 3 games out of first, but they're only 2 games behind the final playoff spot. The Bloomer Woodticks are 4.5 games out, while the Beef River Bullfrogs have climbed out of the cellar and are 5.5 games back. And the Cadott Red Sox round out the standings 6 games back. Today, in addition to the Cavaliers taking on the Red Sox in a doubleheader, the Eau Claire Rivermen will travel to Chippewa Falls for a twin bill with the Lumberjacks, while the Osseo Merchants will play 2 against the Jim Falls Sturgeons in Osseo. Finally, the Bloomer Woodticks will host the Tilden Tigers in a single game at Stuckert Field in Bloomer. Now, coming up next, following this timeout, we'll get to know one of this season's Cavalier players on Cavalier Profile. You're tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Honey, the kids are antsy. What can we do that will keep all of us entertained and won't break the bank?
How about we take them to the Cavaliers game? Tickets are inexpensive, there's popcorn, hot dogs, and other baseball treats, and great baseball action.
That's right, Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball, your best choice for affordable family entertainment. Check out the schedule at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Time now to get to know a Cavalier player on Cavalier Profile. We'll get to know a little better who plays on this year's Eau Claire Cavalier baseball team. And now, Cavalier Profile.
Today on Cavalier Profile, we're going to get to know Austin Getch. And Austin, can you give us a little of your baseball background?
Well, I've been playing baseball a long time, ever since I was a little one. I mean, me and my brother, we were kind of hand in hand together, and we'd always play a catch with my dad or, pitch with my dad. But yeah, we played at Seymour, and then we went to the Eau Claire Nationals, and then Babe Ruth, and then high school, obviously. But yeah, I went to North High School, and yeah, we were quite fortunate to actually win our state championship our senior year, our last year possible.
That's pretty impressive.
I would say so as well. It was pretty cool.
I got to watch my son play at the state tournament in baseball, and that was impressive. And to win it all, that's even really cool. That's super cool.
It was super cool, for sure.
So aside from the Cavaliers, what's the highest level of baseball that you've played?
Well, this would be it, actually. Just Cavaliers I'd top out at.
Okay. Now, I would assume then that your most memorable baseball experience was probably winning that state championship.
You got it. Dead on.
So how about filling us in a little bit about your family and other people that might be coming over to watch you play some baseball?
Well, I got my older brother. He's actually 23. He works here in town at Chippewa Valley Excavation. And yeah, he's just a heavy machinery operator. But yeah, I'm sure you guys will see him over there. Yeah, my mom, which is Laura Getch, my dad, Larry Getch. I'm sure they'll be there whenever I'm playing.
Outstanding. Got a couple of rapid fire questions for you. Pie, ice cream, cake, or cookies?
Oh, cookies.
Okay, what kind?
Chocolate chip.
All right. That's the old standby, isn't it?
You never can go wrong.
That's right. All right, favorite color?
Blue, because the ocean fascinates me.
Okay. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
The ability to time travel.
Okay, that could be very interesting, couldn't it? Now, of course, if you have a superpower, you have to have a superhero name. So what's Austin's superhero name?
Oh, man. I couldn't tell
This is the one that stumps everybody.
Yeah, I heard Thunder Thighs, but...
All right, your favorite major league team?
Probably I'm going to have to go with the Brewers. I don't watch a whole lot of sports, but...
Was there a major league player that most inspired you as you were growing up?
Well, there was actually, it's funny you asked, Cole Calhoun. He plays for the Angels now, but he actually used to play for the Express. And yeah, well, I think we were a super long time ago. I was probably like 8, my brother was 11 or 10. And yeah, we actually got some pictures with him and talked to him and shook his hand and all that stuff when he was actually playing for the Express.
Okay, all right, very good. And it's got a local tie-in. I like that. We're talking with Austin Getch on Cavalier Profile. And Austin, when you're not playing baseball, what are we going to find you doing?
You're going to find me fishing.
Okay. Big fish stories?
Oh, well, nothing yet this year, but we went to actually Red Wing, my dad, my brother, my brother's buddy, whoever would go at the time, and yeah, we'd catch walleyes. That's what we've been kind of doing this year so far.
Okay.
When the ice is thawing and we're not on the ice.
Okay, and you get some pretty good dinners that way.
Oh yeah, some good ones for sure.
So when people come to watch Cavalier games, where are they going to find you out on the field?
Either pitching, third base, or the bench.
Okay, somebody's got to keep it from floating away.
Somebody's has to. That's right.
So we want to thank Austin Getch for joining us today on Cavalier Profile. Coming up next, more In the Dugout.
This has been Cavalier Profile, where we get to know a little better who plays on the Cavalier baseball team. Stay tuned, more In the Dugout coming right up.
It happens to everyone eventually. Your computer goes on the fritz. Fear not, Sladen's Technology Services can help. When your computer decides to not cooperate, it can be very frustrating. Let Sladen's Technology Services keep you from wanting to drive your computer right off a cliff. Sladen's Technology Services supports business of all sizes. They offer assistance with managed anti-malware, encrypted email, fast tech support, data backup, and recovery, and more. Call Sladen's Technology Services at 715-864-2833 and get the IT help you desire. Sladen's Technology Services is the official IT service for the Northern Light Webcasting Network.
Welcome back to In the Dugout. Today, the Cavaliers look to get on the right track in the CRBL as they take on the Cadott Red Sox in a doubleheader. These games are important for the Cavaliers to get back into the thick of the CRBL playoff race. Likewise, the 1-8 Red Sox are also looking to show that they can't be taken for granted in the CRBL. So the stage is set for some exciting baseball action, and in just a moment, I'll be joining my colleague Den Petschow at the field at Cadott High School as we'll bring you all of the action of today's doubleheader between the Eau Claire Cavaliers and the Cadott Red Sox. That's coming up next. You've been tuned to In the Dugout on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
You've been watching the In the Dugout show with a look at today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a presentation of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned. Coming up next is live Eau Claire Cavalier baseball.
Being prepared is a part of who you are, but it's especially important in the case of a disaster. Be informed about possible emergencies in your area. Make a plan that covers where you go in an emergency. Build a kit with the things you need to survive. There's no one more capable of planning for your situation than you. Start your plan today. Go to ready.gov/myplan.
Eau Claire Cavalier baseball is on the air. The Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV proudly brings you today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. Join us as we follow the Cavs while they battle their way through the Chippewa River Baseball League.
Long fly ball by Pogo, and it's out of here! A 3-run shot by Anthony Pogodzinski.
And now, out to the ballpark for coverage of today's game.
And welcome to the field at Cadott High School, where today we have the Cavaliers taking on the Cadott Red Sox, and they're just getting ready to get started here. So, Dan, real quickly, why don't you run through the starting lineups for us?
Here's the starters for Cadott. Center field will be Sean Sedlick. We have pitching will be Logan Brzezinski. Batting third will be shortstop Zach Merritt. Batting fourth, catcher will be Ryan Smith. Batting Fifth at left field will be Bennett Volpe. Batting sixth will be the DH Mike Danielson. Batting seventh will be their first baseman Rick Danielson. Batting eighth will be their third baseman Willie Zawakowski. I'll get that right. Batting second, or batting ninth.
You're right, Dan.
Batting ninth will be their second baseman Connor Roth for the Cavaliers. Batting first will be their left fielder Josh Garcia. Batting second will be their third baseman Caden Erickson. Batting third will be the right fielder Gabe O'Brien. Batting fourth will be Cooper Kapanke. Batting fifth will be Campbell Kapanke. Batting sixth will be Pogo. Batting seventh will be Connor O'Reilly. Batting eighth will be Jackson Vance. Batting ninth will be Ben Boda. And the EH today is Xavier Benminster with Lucas Koski on the mound.
And the first pitch from Brzezinski is low for a ball to Josh Garcia. Actually, Benminster is playing in center field. He's the 10th hitter, as the EH is Pogo. Second pitch is high for ball 2. And we're underway from Cadott High School. Brzezinski wheels and deals this outside for ball 3.
Garcia comes in with a 360 average. 5 RBIs.
Here's the wind and the 3-0 pitch. And it's low for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to start off the game. Puts Josh Garcia on first. That'll bring up Caden Erickson, the third baseman. And the first pitch is a called strike.
Caden comes in with a 313 average.
Caden usually plays middle infield, but he was over at third on Friday against Hudson and did a pretty good job. And we have a pretty stiff breeze trying to blow our awning away from us here.
Sail away.
And the pitch. A liner foul down the right field line. That wasn't fouled by too much. Wind is blowing pretty much straight in here at Cadott. 300 down the left field line. 306, 308 down the right field line. 350 to straightaway center. And the 1-1 pitch, or down to second goes Garcia. Pitch was high. One ball, 2 strikes to Caden Erickson. Brzezinski looks at second. And the pitch. That one's fouled off the right side. Yeah, I'd be curious, Dan. There's a house right across the street from the ballpark. I wonder how many foul balls it gets.
Yeah, we can't be more than a couple hundred feet from it.
So the 1-2 pitch. Liner out into center field, falls in for a base hit. Garcia rounds third. He's going to come in to score. And Erickson checks in at first base with a single. An RBI signal for Caden Erickson. Makes the score Cavaliers 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Brings up Gabe O'Brien, the right fielder. First pitch is a called strike. Now O'Brien didn't get any hits on Friday. That was his first game back with the Cavaliers after the Junior College World Series. But he did draw 3 walks. There's a called strike, but down to second goes Erickson. Cavaliers
pretty aggressive on the bases already in the top of the first inning. I see a smile on Dan's face. He's been hoping for that all season long.
He's a little nervous at the beginning of the season.
And the pitch. Liner out into left field. Falls in for a base hit. Rounding third to score is Erickson. Heading to second is Gabe O'Brien. And that's a good way to get your first hit for the Cavaliers. And the Cavs go on top. 2-0. With nobody out. Brings up Cooper Kapanke. O'Brien takes his lead at second. And the pitch. Kapanke grounds it to third. Scooped up there by Zawistowski. Throw over to first to Danielson in time. So Kapanke grounds out third to first. It's going to bring up Campbell Kapanke. O'Brien takes his lead. Pitches outside, gets away from Ryan Smith, the catcher. But not enough for O'Brien to get anywhere. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Campbell hitting .360. And the pitch. Gets through back to the screen, and over to third base goes Gabe O'Brien. One down, runner on third. Pitch catches the outside corner for a called strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the scoreboard is keeping balls and strikes. They said they probably weren't going to be able to do that much, but they are. Pitch is in the dirt. That one was like about a 45-foot fastball. Hit about 2/3 of the way between the pitcher's mound and home plate. Skin infield here at Cadott. One of just a couple that the Cavaliers play on. Here's the pitch. It's high for ball 4. So Campbell draws a walk. Cavs have runners at the corners with 1 out. Brings up Anthony Pogodzinski, the extra hitter. Brzezinski looks in for the sign. And the pitch. Pitch is low, and down to second goes Campbell Kapanke.
Pogo comes in with a .281 average. 7 RBIs.
He's also got one of the Cavalier home runs. Brzezinski looks in, and the pitch. Inside for a ball. Pogo thought about turning on that one. I think he's awfully intrigued with that 308 sign down there in right field. Here's the pitch. That one got Pogo right in the middle of the back. Pogo kind of rolled his eyes. And it loads the bases. Brings up catcher Connor O'Reilly. And Pogo's heading over to the bench. And they're trying to decide if Pogo can have a courtesy runner, and they're saying no. And they decide, no, he cannot have a courtesy runner. So Pogo goes back out to first. Jaden Nix with a disappointed look on his face. Disappointed look on Ann's face. She likes how he steals bases. Doesn't have anywhere to go now, Ann. Bases are loaded. 1 out. Bases loaded. Connor O'Reilly at the plate. And the pitch. Called strike right at the knees. Brzezinski looks in for the sign. And the pitch. That's high and away for ball one. Counts even at 1-1.
Connor comes in with a 200 average. Two RBIs.
There's the pitch. Grounder right up the middle into center field. One runs in. Here comes a second run into the plate. O'Brien scores. And Kapanke scores. So that's a 2 RBI single for Connor O'Reilly. Puts the Cavs up 4-0 in the top of the first inning. Brings up Jackson Vance, the shortstop. There's the pitch. It's inside for a ball. And the pitch. Hard ground ball off third baseman Zawistowski. Around third is Pogo, and he's going to come in. That's going to be an error on Zawistowski. But Pogo comes in to score. Making it 5-0. Jackson Vance on first. Connor O'Reilly on second. At the plate is Ben Boda. Boda playing second base today.
Boda comes in with a 0.000 average.
It's one of those round batting averages. Pitch is a little bit high for a ball. Boda would like to put some numbers up in that batting average. Brzezinski fires. Swing and a miss. Boda's the 9th hitter up this inning. 1 out, 2 on. And the pitch. High pop-up out into shallow right field. And it falls in for a base hit. Throw over to third is not going to be in time. And that found its way to a base hit, so Ben Boda now has a batting average. And the bases are loaded. Connor O'Reilly got over to third. He had to hold up. He didn't know if somebody was going to catch the ball. That was almost a situation for an infield fly rule. Just a little bit too deep for it. That's going to bring up Xavier Bedminster. He's also looking to put numbers up in his batting average. Pitch is outside for a ball. Bases loaded, 1 out. Cavs have 5 runs in. There's the pitch. Swing and a miss. One ball and one strike. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's high, ball 2. Connor O'Reilly on third. Taking a pretty good jump down the third baseline. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Xavier Bemninster. Brzezinski looks in for the sign. And the pitch. That's low. And the count goes full. Nowhere to put him. And the pitch. That's high and away, and Bemninster draws an RBI walk. As Connor O'Reilly comes in to score. 6 runs in for the Cavs in the top of the first. Takes us back to the top of the order. Josh Garcia, he walked and scored his first time up. There's the pitch. Called strike over the outside corner. And the pitch. That's a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Brzezinski looking in. Runners at first and second. Well, bases are loaded. And the pitch. And it's fouled back into the screen. Jackson Vance on third. Ben Boda on second. Xavier Bemninster on first. Josh Garcia at the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. It's high, ball 3. And again, nowhere to put him. Oh, 2-2, check that. Brzezinski fires. That one makes it 3-2. Full count. So far this half inning, Brzezinski has walked 3, hit 1. Here's the payoff pitch. It's high for ball 4 and an RBI walk for Josh Garcia. That brings Jackson Vance in. And we got a conference going on at the mound. Manager Rick Danielson. And we've got a pitching change going to happen. We'll get it all sorted out after this timeout. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
Jason, let's go see your room.
That's not right. How is it? Is it good?
Shiro doesn't always wear a cape, but she always has time for a hug, a smile, for going the extra mile. My Shiro stretches every dollar, puts in long hours, puts others first. But now it's your time, Mom. When you're ready to retire, we want you to be able to enjoy it. It's time to start saving now. A free 3-minute online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you!
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
And we're back here, and that was Caden Erickson popping it into foul territory. So now there's 2 down. Get the pitching change all taken care of. Rick Danielson now on the mound. And it's 2-0. To Gabe O'Brien. O'Brien doubled his last time up. And the pitch. That one caught the corner for a strike. Brzezinski went out to left field, and Bennett Bovee came over to play first base. Count is 3 balls and a strike to Gabe O'Brien. 2 down, bases loaded. Fly ball out into right center field. Heading over to make the catch is Sedlacek, and he does. And that will finally do it. Cavaliers, though, come up with 7 runs on 4 hits. There was 1 error, and 3 were left on base. We've completed a half inning, and the score, Cavaliers 7, and the Red Sox coming to bat. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Gino's Pizza.
That's because Gino's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Gino's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Gino's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Gino's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Gino's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park.
And we're back here at the field at Cadott High School. On the mound for the Cavaliers is Lucas Costley. And Costley has a 1-1 record with a 0.44 ERA. He's thrown 20 2/3 innings, given up 3 runs, only 1 of which was earned. He's walked 11, struck out 22. By the way, our Gino's player of the game today is Cooper Kapanke. Cooper did not get an extra base hit in his first trip to the plate, but there's plenty of ball left, so maybe he will. But that means if you go out to Gino's tomorrow and mention Cooper's name, you get yourself a free soft drink. And if he does come through with the extra base hit, it'll turn into a free appetizer. Cavaliers around defensively. Third base is Erickson, shortstop Vance. Boda is at second. Cooper Kapanke at first.
O'Reilly behind the plate. Outfield is Garcia, Bemninster, and O'Brien from left to right. And as I mentioned, Lucas Costley on the mound. Leading off for the Red Sox is Sean Sedlacek. Swing and a miss for strike one.
He comes in with a 238 average.
Here's the wind in the fire. And it's a called strike. And the pitch, that was high and inside. Ball one. Costley got some pretty high praise from the Eau Claire Rivermen when he pitched against them. One of the assistant coaches made the comment about how the ball just kind of explodes out of his hand. Here's the pitch. Low and away, ball two. Costley at the belt. And the pitch. Foul tip. Back into the screen. Connor O'Reilly behind the plate for the Cavaliers, replacing the usual standby, Cole Timon, who got injured on Friday on a foul ball off the plate that bounced into his ankle, right above the ankle. And swing and a miss for strike three. That's going to bring up Logan Brzezinski. Well, he was the pitcher. He's now the left fielder.
He comes in with 444 average.
And he hits a fly ball out into left center field. That's going to fall in. It's going to go all the way out to the fence. Rounding first, checking in at second is Logan Brzezinski. Which is why he stayed in the lineup when his trip to the mound wasn't very successful. Went right up the power alley. Kind of split the difference between Garcia and Bemninster. That's going to bring up Zach Merritt, the shortstop. And that one got him right in the back. So the Red Sox have two on with one out. And that's going to bring up Ryan Smith, the catcher. Costley looks over at second. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Well, you know, it's a good thing he gave up that double. Took away all the pressure of a no-hitter. And the pitch. And it's a called strike at the knees.
Ryan comes in with a 300 average.
Costley at the belt. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three. Second strikeout of the inning for Costley. Brings up Bennett Bovey, who's now the first baseman. Started out in left field. There's the pitch. Line shot. DeBoda at second. He takes it himself over to second base for the final out of the inning. So, for the Red Sox, no runs, one hit, no errors, two were left on base. We've completed one, and it's the Cavaliers 7 and the Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
To get your lawn or garden to perform like you want, You first need to know about your soil. That's where Midwest Environmental Consultants can help. Their soil testing service can give you a complete rundown on your soil's nutrition and health. They test for nitrogen levels, phosphorus, potash, micronutrients, minerals, pH, and organic matter. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants put you in control of your soil's health. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. That's Midwest Environmental Consultants, soil testers for the Chippewa Valley.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Back here at Cadott, as Dan is handing out cheese curds from the Yellowstone Cheese Factory, which is right outside of Cadott here. We head into the second inning. Our Geno's player of the game. Speaking of cheese, got to have some on your pizza, right? So our Geno's player of the game, Cooper Kapanke, steps up to the plate. He grounded to third his first time up. Swing and a miss for strike one. Here's the wind and the fire. High fly ball out into left field. Brzezinski circling under it and makes the catch. That's going to bring up Campbell Kapanke. He walked and scored. One out, and the pitch. Called strike on the inside corner. At the letters. Danielson has a big breaking curveball. Shakes off the sign, says yes to this one. And there's that big breaking curveball right there, and Kapanke fouls it off. Here's the wind and the pitch. Foul back. Count holds at 0-2. And the wind and the pitch is high for a ball. Dan, you keep looking nervously behind us like the awning is going to blow the trailer over. Here's the pitch. Line shot out into center field. Falls in for a base hit. And Campbell Kapanke is safely at first.
Yeah, we were good for a while here. The wind was out of the east. Now it's kind of switched to the south, which is
catching our awning just like a sail.
It is. Good thing I had those cheese curds. Weighed us down a little bit.
Good thing. Pogo's at the plate, fouls it back into the screen. Pogo was hit by the pitch his last time up, right square in the middle of the back. No balls and a strike. And the pitch is inside for a ball. Kapanke at first. That's the Campbell version. And the pitch. High for a ball. 2-1 is the count to Pogo. And the pitch. It's high. Ball 3. Three balls and a strike. Danielson looks over at first, and the pitch, it's inside. Delivered a little bit of chin music to Pogo that time, but he takes the walk. Moves Kapanke over to second and brings up Connor O'Reilly, who singled his last time up. Picked up a couple RBIs. There's the pitch. It's high and away. Ball one. Danielson looks in and pitches it high and outside. Ball two. And the pitch. Check swing outside. 3-0. Three balls, no strikes, one out. 2 on. And that one came right down the middle of the plate. But O'Reilly was just going to watch that one. 3 balls and a strike now. Here's the pitch. Line shot out into left field, falls in, and we're going to hold the runners up. Bases remain low. Whoa, out gets past the left fielder. So in to score comes Campbell Kapanke. Pogo's on second. O'Reilly on first. Brings up Jackson Vance. Vance got on an error by the third baseman. He then came around and scored. And the pitch. Fly ball out into right field, heading over Smith. And he makes the catch. Runners tag and advance. 2 down. That brings up Ben Boda. He dropped a high pop-up right into no man's land, just in fair territory, down the right field line. And it's a call strike at the letters. That's the Danielson curveball right there. There's the pitch. Grounder out towards short. Scooped up there, throw over to first, and it's in time. So for the Cavaliers, 1 run on 2 hits. There were no errors, and 2 were left on base. We've completed an inning and a half, and it's the Cavaliers 8 and the Cadott Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
When you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it, rest assured, you can still get that meal by going to Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax. Mom's is open daily, serving breakfast and lunch, and don't forget dinner on Friday nights with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee is always hot, the breakfast is always delicious, and lunch will put a smile on your face and in your stomach. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub.
We head into the bottom of the second inning here at Cadott High School. The field at Cadott High School. Actually, it's kind of a pretty setting here for a ballpark. It's a small field, but the trees around the outfield make a nice backdrop. And there are some bleachers. People like to bring their own chairs and set them up. They have a concession stand with hot dogs down there. You know, that might be something we might have to check out between games.
Since we are...
Yeah, Cassie's saying they smell good.
Since we are hot dog connoisseurs anyways.
Yes, absolutely. Due up for the Cadott Red Sox, we have Mike Danielson, the designated hitter. He'll be followed by Rick Danielson, the pitcher, and Willie Zawistowski, the third baseman.
I bet my hot dog eating average is pretty high.
Well, I know mine has been this week because a couple nights ago I had chili dogs for supper, and last night I had hot dogs for supper.
My wife just said that Northern Lights is not broadcasting in Eau Claire.
It's not.
No, it's going to be...
It's same day coverage.
Okay. Gotcha. She was like, she goes, tell them because I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, she's not going to. Yeah. And that was assistant coach Ryan Bemninster concerned that this game isn't live, and we knew from the get-go it wasn't going to be live. That's why we're doing same-day coverage, because we can't get a good signal out of Cadott. And it's fouled off. And we're having a little bit of technical difficulty. Swing! And goes down. That's going to bring up Rick Danielson. And I think we've got the technical issues taken care of. Some kind of little gremlin jumped in there. 2 balls and a strike to Rick Danielson. There's the pitch. Ground ball out to short. Boda scoops it up. Actually, it's a second. Boda scoops it up, throws over to Kapanke at first, and there are 2 down. Brings up Willie Zawistowski. He's the third baseman. And the pitch. Off the screen. And even though there was a screen protecting them, Cavaliers in the dugout dove out of the way. And they're getting a good laugh about that one in the dugout. Costley looks in for the sign. And the pitch. It's high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Willie Zawistowski. Here's the pitch. Low and inside, ball 2. 2-1 is the count. And the pitch. Grounder out to short. Vance scoops it up. Throw over to first. He doesn't get it over there in time. He had a little trouble getting it out of his glove. And that's going to be an infield hit for Zawistowski. That's going to bring up Connor Roth, he said. Roth. And just looking at it, I would have said Roth, but when I was getting the lineups, he said it was Roth. There's the pitch. Fly ball foul. Over into the neighbor's lawn. No balls and a strike to Roth. Costly at the belt. Looks over at first. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. And the pitch. It's another grounder. Picked up by Vance. Fire over to first. They got him this time. So that'll do it for the second inning for the Red Sox. They pick up no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We've completed 2, and it's Cavaliers 8 and the Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are, they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Top of the third inning. Due up for the Cavaliers, Xavier Bemdenster, Josh Garcia, and Caden Erickson. Bemdenster drew a walk, and it was an RBI walk his last time up. Strike called over the outside corner. Danielson has that big bending curveball. Not a whole lot of speed on it. Here's the wind and the pitch. Pop foul down the right field line, just out of play. No balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is high. Danielson trying to get that big curveball to break over the outside corner. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Line shot foul down the third base line. One ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is high and away. Counts even at 2-2. Here's the wind and the 2-2 pitch. That's high and away. Ball 3. Count has gone full to Xavier Bemdenster. There's the wind and the pitch. It's outside for ball 4, and Bemdenster draws another walk. Takes us back to the top of the order, Josh Garcia. Bemdenster takes his lead. And the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Keep your head down, kid. Keep your head down.
By the way, the pitching numbers on Logan Brzezinski in that first inning. There's the pitch. It's a high pop foul out of play. But Brzezinski's pitching numbers, he only threw a third of an inning, gave up 7 runs, 6 of which were earned. 4 hits, walked 4, and did not strike anybody out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch is outside, and down to second goes Bemdenster. Josh Garcia has walked twice. Scored once. He also has an RBI. Fly ball out into center field. Over to make the catch is Sedlacek. Bemdenster has to hold at second. That's going to bring up Caden Erickson. Erickson singled, got an RBI single his first time up, and then fouled out to the third baseman. Here's the pitch. Fly ball into center field. Sedlacek moving over, and he makes the catch. Tagging and heading for third is Bemdenster, and he's in safely. Sedlacek been getting a workout this inning. 2 down now. Runner on third. Brings up Gabe O'Brien. Got an RBI double his first time up. And then he flew out to Sedlacek in center field. Danielson winds and fires. Ball 2. Oh, I evidently called that a strike. He didn't do it very demonstratively. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hard shot foul down the right field line. Gabe O'Brien steps back in. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fouled right back into the screen. That screen wasn't there, Dan. It was all yours.
Another game I didn't bring my glove.
That's a good thing we got that big heavy metal screen in front of us. There's the pitch. Fly ball out into right field. It's deep. It's back. And it's out of here. A 2-run home run for Gabe O'Brien. Makes the score. Cavaliers 10, Red Sox nothing. Over the right field fence. Gabe O'Brien got all of that one. You know, it is quite the experience doing a game here with Dan because he brings a full meal with him. Swing and a miss. This is our Geno's player of the game, Cooper Kapanke, at the plate.
You know, if I could get a grill up here,
it'd be here, yep.
It would be here.
Here's the pitch. Kapanke lines it out into left field for a base hit. That's our Geno's player of the game. If that would have been an extra base hit, the free soft drink you get by mentioning his name tomorrow would have turned into a free appetizer. Okay, here comes the kid brother, Campbell Kapanke. He walked and scored, singled and scored. Here's the pitch. A little bit low for a ball. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Pop foul down the right field line. It's out of play. Back over by the batting cages. There's the pitch. High pop. Foul could be in play.
Nope.
And Bovee does not make the catch. It kind of came back on him, which is what happens when you get in that foul territory. The ball kind of tends to drift back into the field of play. Two balls, two strikes. Campbell Kapanke, Cooper on first. There's the 2-2 pitch. Line shot deep into left field. It's going to be off the fence. Cooper around second, checks in at third, and Campbell's into second base with a double. That's going to bring up Anthony Pogodzinski. Well, they haven't given Pogo much to swing at. He got hit by the pitch and walked. That's his 2 trips to the plate. And this one's right over his head. Here's the wind and the pitch. And it's inside. There's the wind and the pitch. That one's outside, ball 3. And again, Pogo hasn't had anything to swing the bat at. You know, one of these times he's just going to go up there and swing the bat at a bad pitch just to encourage him to throw good pitches. That pitch is high, ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk to Pogo. And the bases are loaded. That's going to bring up Connor O'Reilly. O'Reilly is 2 for 2 today. Singled to center. Got a couple RBI, scored a run. He also singled to left and got an RBI. Here's the pitch. Check swing, strike called over the outside corner. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside. One ball, one strike. And the 1-1 pitch. Lined out into right field. 1 run's in. Here comes the second run in. Cooper's in. Campbell's in. Pogo's on second, and Connor O'Reilly has spread the love around because now he is singled to right field. Connor O'Reilly, 3 for 3. He's got 5 RBIs. Ground ball to third. It picks it up and steps on third as Zawistowski to end the inning. So for the Cavaliers, 3 runs on, or check that, that's 4 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 2 were left on base. So we've completed 2.5. And it's the Cavaliers 12 and the Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Muldoon's Men's Wear, we're the well-dressed men of the Chippewa Valley shop. Whether you're looking for the big day you have coming up, or simply want to look great for a casual night out, Muldoon's is your stop. Let John or one of the other fine staff help you find just what you're looking for, and they'll make sure it looks great on you. What tops off the well-dressed man? One of Muldoon's well-made hats. Whether it's shirts, pants, suits, formal attire, or accessories, and did we say hats? Muldoon's has it for you. That's Muldoon's Menswear, 1506 South Hastings Way in Eau Claire.
And we're heading into the bottom of the third inning. Cavaliers have opened up a fairly commanding 12-0 lead. Most of that courtesy of the first inning, where they put 7 runs on the board. Added another one in the second, and 4 more in the third. As I was saying about Connor O'Reilly, he's 3 for 3. He singled to right, center, left, and he has scored a run, and he's got 5 RBIs on the day. That's a pretty good day, and we've only played 3 innings.
It's a good day.
All those insightful comments by Dan. Line shot out into left field for a base hit. This is Sean Sedlacek leading things off for the Red Sox. So he singles out into left field. It's going to bring up Logan Brzezinski. He started the game pitching. He's now out in left field. And the pitch. That one made Logan duck out of the way. Cosley's pitch. Fouled off the right side. Off the top of the car parked across the street. Yeah, and Dan's thankful he didn't end up parking there.
I've learned my lesson after last year.
Or your wife learned it.
Yeah, right.
Throw over to first, and back in safely is Sedlacek. Brzezinski takes one low inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike. Lucas Cosley on the mound. And the pitch. Chopper picked up by Cosley, turns, throws to first, and they got him! Good fire by Lucas Cosley over to first base to get Brzezinski. Sedlacek checks in at second. Well, now they're saying he's safe. I don't know how he's safe. I could swear the umpire called him out. But we'll call that an infield hit. So with nobody out, pitch is high for a ball to Zach Merritt. He was hit by the pitch his first time up. Runners take their leads. Sedlacek at second. Nobody really holding him very close. Here's the pitch. Foul back into the screen. Boda is now over at shortstop. We have some defensive changes for the Cavaliers. Trying to see who's playing second base. And the pitch. It's low. 2 balls and a strike. And the pitch. Line shot out into center field. Bemminster goes over, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Ryan Smith, the catcher. We're still trying to pick up the number as he turns around. He won't turn all the way around for us.
Number 6.
All right, so it's Caden Erickson over at second, so that means who's on third? Yeah. Could be Hunter Gunther over at third base. Taking the place of Jackson Vance. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-1's the count to Ryan Smith. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch. High pop foul out of play. Costley looking in for the sign. Takes a look at the runner at second. And the pitch. Just missed inside. That is curveball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. That's high. Count goes full. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third. Cavs up on top, 12-0. Ryan Smith at the plate. Smith struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out his second time up as well. 2 down. That's going to bring up Bennett Bovey. He grounded into a fielder's choice to Ben Boda over at second base, who took it unassisted, made a force play there. Here's the pitch. Called strike. That's a costly curve there. Again, looking in for the sign. He's at the belt. And we have time called. Just as Costley was getting into motion. Bennett at the plate. Playing first base. Costley at the belt, looks over at second. And the pitch. Ground ball to Boda at short, and Hunter Gunther forgot to cover the bag. So that has to go as an infield hit. And the bases are loaded. Mike Danielson at the plate, struck out his first time up. Here's the pitch. Check swing. It was high for a ball. He almost chased that one. That big old cantaloupe coming in across the plate. And a swing and a miss for strike one. I think Costley made note of that he likes the high pitch because he chased a high one there too. Costley fires. That one's outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That was low. Oh, they say it's 3 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. That's a called strike. Count goes full with 2 down. It's traveling time for the Red Sox. They'll be off on the pitch. Runners take off, and it's fouled back into the screen. Runners getting ready. They'll be off on the pitch again. Cosley's pitch. Fly ball out into right field. This is shallow right field. O'Brien comes in and makes the catch. So, for the Red Sox, no runs. They did get 3 hits, no errors, and 3 were left on base. So we've completed 3 innings, and the score, Cavaliers 12, Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Royal Credit Union's low rates and flexible terms on auto loans can help keep your payments low. Get a great rate on your next car or truck purchase, or refinance an existing vehicle with an auto loan from Royal Credit Union. Royal also offers loans for buying or refinancing boats, UTVs, and other vehicles. Royal Credit Union wants to help keep your payments low. Check rates and apply for a Royal Credit Union vehicle loan online at rcu.org/autorate. Subject to credit approval.
The central and midwestern U.S. averages more than 850 tornadoes each year, and lately, the number of floods has been rising in the region too. So chances are, there will be more twisters and floods near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are, you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Back here at Cadott High School, or the field at Cadott High School, where the Cavaliers have a fairly commanding 12-0 lead over the Cadott Red Sox. So far, Cavs have picked up the 12 runs on 10 hits, including that 2-run home run by Gabe O'Brien in the 3rd inning. So, stepping up to the plate for the Cavaliers, Ben Boda, who's now the shortstop. And the pitch is a strike. Foul back into the screen. Here's the pitch. Fly ball, foul, out of play. Danielson into his wind, and the pitch. Grounder up through between third and short. And Boda is safely at first. That's his second hit of the day. Brings up Xavier Bemninster. Bemninster has walked a couple times. Pitch is low. He scored a run, has an RBI. Here's the pitch. Foul back into the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. That is an awfully friendly Hornet over here visiting Dan. He knows Dan brings lots of food with him. Swing and a miss. Cassie says she's got one over by her too. She also brings a pretty good load of food usually. Here's a pop foul back, straight back behind us. One ball, 2 strikes to Xavier Bemninster. Ben Boda on first. Here's the pitch. Curveball called, 3rd strike. Bemninster goes down looking. Brings up Josh Garcia. Garcia is 0 for 1, but he has walked twice, scored once, has an RBI. In his one official at bat, he flew out to center field. There's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. And pitch, fly ball out into shallow right field. Smith coming in, makes the catch. And the first pitch to Caden Erickson. Wait a minute, this isn't Caden Erickson. We have a different hitter up there. Chase Yeager. One ball, 1 strike. And he fouls one out of play on the right side. There's the pitch. It's also fouled back, heading for that car again. Keeping that young man over there in the neighbor's yard real busy. Yeager comes into the game batting .263. Soft liner out into right field for a base hit. Boat around second, heading for third. And he's in safely. That's going to bring up Gabe O'Brien. O'Brien is 2 for 3. He doubled his first time up, then flew out to center, and then his last time up hit that 2-run home run. Here's the pitch. Called strike at the letters. And the pitch. Another line shot out into right field. It's going to go off the fence. 1 run is in as Boda has come in to score. So O'Brien doubles to right field. And checking in at third is Yeager, as Ben Boda came in to score. And that brings up our Geno's player of the game. Cooper Kapanke. Right now is worth a free soda out at Geno's. Tomorrow, high pop up into right field. Smith heading over that way. It came out of his glove. Kapanke checks in at second, but it was in and out of Smith's glove. Unfortunately, Ann, I hate to tell you this, but that's a two-base error on the right fielder, as she just gave me a dirty look. And so it's not good enough to get the app. He does get the RBIs, however. Brings up Campbell Kapanke, who's 2 for 2, singled and doubled, scored 3 times. Foul ball off on the right side. After Cooper's journey to second base and picking up those couple RBIs, Cavaliers are on top now 15-0. Here's the pitch. Line shot foul on the right side, out of play. Rick Bauer behind the plate had to go over and get some more baseballs. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So Campbell Kapanke strikes out. That's the third out of the inning, but not before the Cavaliers pick up a couple of runs. I picked up 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error and 1 left on base. So we've played 3.5, and it's the Cavaliers 15 and the Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Let NLWN-TV and the Northern Light Webcasting Network take you out to the ball game. Our next game will be on Wednesday, June 15th, when the Cavaliers travel to Haugen, Wisconsin to take on the Haugen Knights at Haugen Ballpark. Live coverage on the Northern Light Webcasting Network audio service and on NLWN-TV begins with the In the Dugout show at 6:35 p.m. That's live Cavalier Baseball on Wednesday, June 15th on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Lucas Costley taking his warm-up pitches as we're getting ready to go into the bottom of the 4th inning. Cavaliers looking to possibly turn this into a 5-inning game via the 10-run rule, as they're now on top 15-0. Due up for the Red Sox, Rick Danielson, Willie Zawistowski, and Connor Roth. Scheduled for 7. We have another one coming after this. Here's the first pitch. It's outside for a ball. Costley at the belt. And the pitch. Chopper right back to Costley. Makes the throw over to Cooper. This time they got the out. That brings up Zawistowski, who singled to short his last time up. And the first pitch. Ground ball over to second. Scooped up by Yeager. Throw to first, and they got him. That's going to bring up Connor Roth. 2 down. And the pitch. It's outside for a ball. Or check that, he called it a strike on the outside corner. And the pitch. Chopper down to first. Kapanke picks it up, takes it himself, and that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Lucas Costley. Saved his arm for the fifth, because after 4, it's the Cavaliers 15, Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
If you've been admiring the freshly groomed look of a baseball field, or the stunning appearance of a golf course, remember you too can have a lawn with the same beauty by simply calling Midwest Environmental Consultants. Their professional lawn care experts can bring your lawn to its full beauty and appearance. Call Midwest Environmental Consultants at 715-586-1302. Let Midwest Environmental Consultants help make your lawn the showplace of the neighborhood.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right, as a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Heading into the 5th inning, Cavaliers with a commanding 15-0 lead, and stepping up to the plate is Anthony Pogodzinski, who's absolutely gotten nothing to swing the bat at. Got hit by a pitch and walked twice. First pitch is a called strike over the outside corner. There's the wind and the pitch. It's high for a ball. Swing and a miss. And Pogo goes down on strikes, but at least he got a chance to swing the bat this time around. That's going to bring up Connor O'Reilly. And it's a strike called on the inside corner. We have some other CRBL action today. It's after 4 innings, it's the Osseo Merchants leading the Jim Falls Sturgeons 10-0. And the pitch misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Eau Claire Rivermen are facing the Chippewa Falls Lumberjacks in a doubleheader today. High pop-up. Could be in no man's land, and it falls in. And Connor O'Reilly gets on with a base hit. O'Reilly is 4 for 4. That's a heck of a day at the plate. That's going to bring up Hunter Gunther. And he hits one sharply to second. Throw over to first. They got him. That one almost had eyes to get into right field. Ben Boda comes to the plate. Boda is 2 for 3. He singled twice and grounded to short. O'Reilly over at second with 2 down. And foul back out of play. You know the Cavaliers are getting pretty good when they hit moving targets. Cassie says that one almost got a van driving down the road. Pitch is outside. Here's the pitch. Foul ball down the third base line. O'Reilly on second, 2 down. Ben Boda at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Rick Danielson looks over at second, and the pitch. It's outside. Counts even at 2-2. And the pitch. That one's fouled out of play. Boda doing a pretty good job of staying alive on that one. That was one of those borderline pitches that when you get 2 strikes on you, you don't want to leave it in the hands of the umpire. You foul it off, take another chance. And he does it again. And the pitch is outside, so the count goes full. Here's the pitch to Boda. And it's a high pop-up towards foul territory. And they couldn't hang on to it. I've got a chunk of fence that I can't see through right in my way where that was happening. But Danielson went over, Bovey went over, the 2 of them reached up and neither one got anything. And Boda stays alive. There's the pitch. Line shot out into center field, falls in for a base hit. Rounding third and holding is O'Reilly, and Boda is safe at first. Boda is 3 for 4 today. Brings up Xavier Bemninster. Oh, check that. It's Jaden Nix. And the first pitch is a called strike. I'm assuming Nix will be going out to center field for the bottom half of the inning. Here's the pitch. And a called strike. No balls and 2 strikes now to Jaden Nix. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So that ends the inning. And lo and behold, the Cavaliers do not score. But they did pick up 2 hits, and they left 2 on. So we've completed 4.5 innings, and it's the Cavaliers 15 and the Red Sox nothing. You're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax has just what you need when you have that craving for a home-cooked meal the way Mom used to make it. Mom's is open from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily and until 9 on Fridays with a complete breakfast menu. Lunch includes sandwiches, salads, wraps, and burgers, along with Mom's comfort food favorites, and don't forget dinner on Fridays with Mom's famous fish fry. The coffee always hot, the breakfast always delicious, and lunch puts a smile on your face. 225 Bremer Avenue, Colfax. Call 715-962-4617. That's Mom's Restaurant and Pub in Colfax.
And we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. If the Cavaliers can hold their lead, it'll be the end of the game. Lucas Costley trying to go the distance. Or as the ghostly voice in Field of Dreams says, go the distance. Costley's trying to do that. He has spread 5 hits through this game. And he struck out 4. Don't know if I should say this yet. He hasn't walked anybody. And so far showing no runs. So leading off for the Red Sox is center fielder Sean Sedlacek. And the pitch. Line shot out into left field, falls in for a base hit. Garcia fields it, gets it back in quickly. That's the second time Sedlacek has singled to left field. He's going to bring up Logan Brzezinski. He doubled the center field. Then on a weird play that I thought they called him out on, but they said no, he was safe. Grounded one back to Costley. First pitch was a ball. Costley looks over at first. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And a pretty high pitch. Costley looks in. High fly ball to left field. Garcia under it. Makes the catch. Runners hold. Well, Sedlacek holds anyway. Brings up Zach Merritt. Merritt was hit by a pitch his first time up and then lined out to center field. Costley again looks over at first. And the pitch. Line shot out into right field. Fly ball on his horse is Jaden Nix. And hatless Jaden Nix comes through again. What would a Jaden Nix caught fly ball be without the hat coming off? Two down, runner on first. Last chance here for the Red Sox with Ryan Smith at the plate. He struck out twice. Pitch is high. Costley trying to follow Jaden Nix's style here. Costley at the belt. And the pitch. That's outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. To Ryan Smith. And the pitch. Foul back into the screen. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, it's 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch goes back to the screen. And down to second base goes Sedlacek. Count is full. Two down. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. Ryan Smith at the plate. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll do it for game number 1. Final score of this one, Cavaliers 15 and the Cadott Red Sox 0. We will have a abbreviated version of Talking Baseball right after this timeout. 15-0, Cavaliers come out on top, and you're tuned to Cavalier Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
over 1/3 of its history, Eau Claire has been able to count on the Eau Claire Cavaliers for high-quality baseball excitement. Come be a part of Eau Claire's legacy with your hometown Eau Claire Cavaliers. Home games are at historic Carson Park. To plan your day of affordable family fun, check out the Cavaliers on Facebook. Or go to the Cavalier website at www.eauclaircavaliers.org.
Ready for a better way to bank? Switch to Royal Credit Union. Royal Credit Union is a financial co-op, not a corporation, so we return earnings to our members. That means you get low or no fees for account services and better rates on deposits and loans. You'll also have all the digital tools you need at your fingertips, so managing your account is easy. Royal is ready to help you discover the credit union difference. Switch to Royal Credit Union today at rcu.org/difference. Insured by NCUA.
Maybe you can make retirement happen. After all, you made her college years happen. Opening that education savings account when she was little. Spearheading a campus tour. And another, and another, and another.
You've been watching NLWN-TV's presentation of Eau Claire Cavalier Baseball live on the Northern Light Webcasting Network. Stay tuned. Coming up next is Talkin' Baseball, with a look back at today's game.
The Eau Claire Cavaliers would like to take veterans out to the ball game. That's right. As a thank you for your service, any veteran of the United States military can receive a lifetime pass for free admission to all Cavalier home games. Just come to Carson Park with your veteran identification, and the Cavaliers will issue you a free lifetime pass to all Cavalier home games. That's just the Cavaliers' way of saying thank you for your service.
Time now for Talkin' Baseball with a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. And now, back out to the ballpark.
And we're back here at Cadott High School, where the Cavaliers have just emerged victorious, 15-0 over the Cadott Red Sox. Winning pitcher was Lucas Costley. That will raise his record to 2-1. He went 5 innings. Did not allow any runs, gave up 6 hits, and struck out 5. Losing pitcher was Logan Brzezinski. And Cavalier bats came alive, probably led by Connor O'Reilly, who went 4 for 4, but don't short sell Gabe O'Brien, who went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a home run, and a whole bunch of other hitting at the same time. I'll tell you what, we're going to step away and get some between-game entertainment right after this timeout. Our Geno's player of the game, by the way, is Cooper Kapanke, and he's so far has not hit an extra base hit, so when you go out to Geno's tomorrow, mention Cooper's name, you will get a free soft drink. But we've got another 7-inning game to go through, and so who knows what he's going to do there. So, you've been listening to a short version of Talkin' Baseball. We have between-game entertainment coming right up, and then Game 2. You're tuned to Talkin' Baseball on the Northern Light Webcasting Network and NLWN-TV.
I love the pizza we get when we go to Geno's Pizza.
That's because Geno's has been voted best pizza in the Chippewa Valley 5 years in a row.
I think it's because Geno's uses the freshest ingredients, premium quality meats, cheeses, savory spices, and zesty toppings, and all served with attention to detail.
Now you're making me hungry. Let's head to Geno's Pizza.
Scott and the rest of the folks at Geno's Pizza would like to invite you to come out and try the area's best pizza. Call about Monday through Wednesday dine-in specials at 715-835-2000. That's Geno's Pizza at 5110 Fairview Drive, Eau Claire, right next to Chaos Water Park. You've been watching Talkin' Baseball, a wrap-up of today's Eau Claire Cavalier game. This has been a production of NLWN-TV. Stay tuned as coming up is between game entertainment followed by Game 2 of today's Cavalier doubleheader.